Let's go, Spot and Stalk, dude. All right, keep an eye on him. You see him? He's kicking. Just watch him.
All right, y'all, Jason here today. So I got a project. Kind of messy here under the barn, but I have got to get this onto this trailer. The last time it was used, that Dodge had a flatbed on it, and I've got it so far up against the wall, I can't get my trailer to it. So not sure exactly how this is gonna go, but we're finna get after it. All right, y'all, so I have put my little trailer moving thing I built for my tractor to my little trailer where I could back up under here and see. And I'm gonna try to set it on this little trailer and get it out of here. It was tight. I almost busted a tire on both sides right there. I don't use this thing very often. I thought about selling it, but a couple of things I've done lately, I wished I'd have used it. All right, y'all, I managed to get it out here. I'm fixing to lift it up off this little trailer and then figure out how we're gonna get it on the big one. So far, we ain't tore nothing up. We ain't done yet. All right, as y'all can see, I didn't video any putting this camper on this trailer. It was an ordeal. I like to turn the thing over where it sits down on the ground. It's plenty wide enough to pull a pickup under, but not this trailer. It was a mess. I had it jacked up, picked up part of it with the tractor, had my truck, my Dodge, and Cody's truck hooked to both ends of the trailer with a winch and slid the trailer under it and all. This camper may be married to this trailer now. I may have to buy another trailer to use because I don't know if I can get it off without tearing it up. But anyway, I gotta shift it over just a little bit, and I'm gonna take them legs off. No need to have them on there, just 3 bolts on each one of them and unplug them. And I gotta chain her down, and it'll about be ready to roll. All right, y'all, so I got the camper situated on here like I wanted to. This thing, it was always on, I had a flatbed on the Dodge, it was on there. And I had these chains and these turnbuckles to hold it down. So, but my chain's a little too short because I really want to pull this one forward as much as I can and back on the back. So, got some chain over there, fixing to cut me the right length chain, and then we'll be done with that project. All right, I kind of got it eyeballed on how long I want to cut it. I got to cut a link out. Eat that blade up. One of them good old chains here. One of them good old hard. I gotta get me a pair of pliers. You really don't need to get down on these things too hard and pull on that bracket too hard. Check them every once in a while. I'll usually get it a little, not too snug. I better watch it. I'm gonna be pulling it from that way. That's all it is. I got 3 more to do. All right, y'all, I usually greet y'all in the stand, but me and PJ, Cody's in the truck, are greeting y'all on the highway. We've been on the road for about 6.5 hours or so now. Headed north. Good girl. She had to take a leak, didn't she? Had TT, didn't you, PJ? See, she got a poop, and we're gonna get back on the road rolling. Somebody riding their brakes. Big truck done come in here riding their brakes. I hope that ain't mine. I better get over there and make sure I ain't got nothing smoking, smelling, stinking brakes. All right, so far so good. Hadn't thrown the camper off yet. I've wondered sometime though with these dang highways you got to go down. You done, girl? We're finna get back on the road. Old thing catching all that wind got her sucking gas. Fuel, there you go. Work that on out, girl. All right, y'all, me and Cody finally made it. We are on top of the mountain in Kentucky. Boy, it's wet and sloppy up here too. Rig did pretty good. I had to lock it in 4-wheel drive low and just eased up the mountain. Old camper shifted over just a little bit, but I think everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be comfortable. But anyway, what we're doing up here, I already got my buck, as y'all seen in that video. If y'all hadn't seen it, go watch it. Late season muzzleloader. I had kind of already was getting the way the deer was going when I was bow hunting up here. I was getting ready to do the late season muzzleloader too, but I got mine out of the way, so worked out where Cody can come up here. We got a possibility of him getting his buck, and if things work out, if he happened to get it early enough, we may get to shoot a couple of does too. So excited about the camper. We got us some food with us. Buddy Ben has got his 4-wheeler up here for us, and it is we left about 3 o'clock this morning, and it is about, because it's an hour ahead here, we fixing to, PJ done peed, we finna let her stretch out a little bit, we finna put some clothes on and get in a stand. And I think Ben was gonna put a blind up for us, and things just never did work out. There's some, they feed corn up here, it's legal, and got some little green fields up here. They're really wearing the clover out right now. And there's some cows, kind of some wild cows that run around this place, and we let a guy do that on this lease up here. But anyway, so where we're going this evening, we've got it kind of fenced off where the cows can't get in there, and Ben was nice enough to let us use a shooting house. I think it's small, gonna be pretty tight on us, but I'm going to sit with Cody this evening. I hadn't sat with him in a long time. But anyway, we're gonna have a fun trip regardless, especially since we got this camper and I ain't got to sleep in the bed of the truck the whole time, and can do some cooking and eating. But anyway, let's go do some hunting. All right, y'all, we headed in. Got a pretty long ride down this mountain on the 4-wheeler. We'll ease down through here. We'll catch y'all when we get in this shooting house. All right, y'all, we are locked and loaded. I mean, we are packed in here like sardines. It is tight. We got about 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think, before dark. I don't know if I'll be able to stand up. I'm sitting on a little bitty, tiny tripod, like a little fold-out stove. Boy, it's gonna be rough. Cody's got a office chair, but cameraman always gets the short end of the deal. That's all right. I'm not sure. I ain't even hardly got enough room for this tripod. We're just gonna try to make it work for y'all. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna turn y'all around and show y'all this little green field. They are wearing his clover out. I've seen pictures recently where it was pretty tall and it is wore out. We got a good chance. I think we got in here pretty clean. How they doing?
Pretty good, sir.
Oh yeah. Alright. Alright, y'all, so we ain't seen a deer. We saw 3 rabbits and a squirrel. We in here trying to get organized. We gotta get our bed stuff organized, but we was hungry. You know, we didn't bring a grill. Cody frying us up a steak. We wearing it. Excuse me, I'm about to choke on a Dorito. Done got cool. Got the gas heat going in here, the gas oven. I got the generator running out there. This thing, it's got a battery in there. About run off 12 volt most of the time, but I brought us the generator. We got it going, and just put BJ up for a little while where we can kind of get settled and get organized. But we're gonna hang in there. First afternoon didn't see nothing, but we're gonna eat good regardless. Things right there's looking good, y'all. Who needs a grill? Skillet, fry that thing up. We've got some bread and bacon.
Alright, y'all, it is just breaking good daylight. We're back in the same spot. Maybe we'll get lucky and see something today. Kind of cloudy and overcast. It don't feel like one of them good days, but you never know. Alright, y'all, we have changed locations. Didn't see a thing this morning. Couple of squirrels. The wind just hadn't been right over there. So we have moved to a different location. We in a ground blind. A little oat food plot. He got some pictures of some deer here this morning. Anyway, just something different. We got room in here. We've been tied in that little box blind. Feel like it's been raining though. I'm hoping it'll stop and they'll get up and shake off and come out here and stand in front of us. If y'all wondering about the barbed wire fence, that's to keep them wild cows out of the green field. Y'all see that little disc? That's an old disc like you used to sit on to work behind a horse or a mule, mostly a mule, but anyway. My buddy Ben, that's how he works all these green fields. Usually uses a side-by-side or a four-wheeler. He had a smaller spray rig, and we got a bigger one this year. Sometimes the big one works okay, and sometimes he has to use the small one. And he's got a mower that goes behind a four-wheeler with a gas-powered engine on. It's so hard to get around up here. He does most of the work with a four-wheeler side-by-side. He does a lot up here. It's nice. It's changed so much since I started coming up here and improved. He's done a heck of a job up here. And it's fun, awesome to come up here. I love it. I could move up here, but not just a ton of deer, but some good deer. It's been a heck of a year this year up here. So, but anyway. I just thought I'd show y'all that disc. Wherever he gets done with it for the year, that's where he parks it. They just got to get used to it. But anyway, it's pretty interesting up here, so different than from home. But we like it. We just need one to get up and come out here and eat some of these oats or that corn. Looks like we need to be rabbit hunting. Seen a bunch of rabbits. Still raining. Alright, y'all, we are back in this little bitty box. It rained all night and it was actually snowing just a little bit when I got up, but all that has stopped now. Temperature, I guess it probably dropped way over 20 degrees last night. The only downside is the wind is howling. And they say them deer up here act a little funny with the wind, but anyway, they gotta move at some point because they just ain't been on their feet. So anyway, when they do, we're here anyway. It's cold, but we ought to be able to keep each other warm in here. We do have a heater if we need it. If that wind will lay, I believe we got this afternoon should be great, but if they do decide to move this morning, we're gonna be here. This wind is howling and the temperature is steadily dropping. I think it was supposed to be like, it was like close to 55 or 59 at dark yesterday evening. I think it was like 44, 45 or something when we got up this morning, about 41 or 2 when we got in the blind. And it's supposed to be down to like 32 by dinner. Perfect conditions, but that wind is blowing. I'm wondering if it's gonna blow this blind off this platform or one of these big old trees down on us. I'm debating on what to do. I don't know if we can stay in here all day. I'm watching the weather, and as soon as the wind starts to lay, if we do get down, we got to be back up in there. They gonna move. They gotta eat. I think all the acorns is about gone. Golly, it is howling. We need a spot down on the bottom of the mountain instead on the tip top. But anyway, I think all the acorns is about gone. They got a little browse around, and then these little food plots with this clover and this corn. So it's just a matter of time. We ain't been here that long. We've hunted. Let's see, this is our 4th sit. So one afternoon, and then all day yesterday in rain. This is the best conditions. The wind's just like gotta lay. Ben's always told me the deer didn't like. They'd shut down on the wind. He didn't get any pictures last night. He got cameras all over his place. Got one picture of a doe at daylight. Nothing up here. I don't think since the last time we sat. It's coming. We just gotta hang in here and play our cards right. I just don't know if we can sit in here all day. Not if it's just tight in here and cramped, and I don't know, we'll see. I don't ever like to sit nowhere all day anyway. And we gotta go back and check on PJ and let her pee and everything. So we gotta play the time right. We're gonna make it happen. I'm getting excited. It's getting right cold. It's gonna, like, the high today was, if you start at daylight, like 43 or 4 or something, and then it's steady dropping, and like it's supposed to be 28 in the morning, but it's supposed to get back up to about close to 60. So today and in the morning's our chance, and then it's supposed to warm on back up. But I know how deer do at home. When it warms up, they go to moving. But that first cold, we gonna be alright. We alright. We just gotta hang in there. Alright, y'all. Went back to the truck, ate a little bit, stretched out, got PJ in the camper for a little while, let her play. We are back in the plastic trash can, I call it. Small shooting house, but we've learned how to sit. We're doing a lot better stretching out. But anyway, temperatures stayed in the low 30s since about 9 o'clock or so, but the wind has been blowing 15 to 20 all day. It is supposed to settle an hour or so before dark. Pressure's rising, humidity's dropping. So as far as things go, we ought to, for late season, we ought to be set up right. If the wind will lay, I think it's going to depend on the wind. The pressure's right, humidity down. These deer are very finicky, but man, they ought to be getting hungry because ain't nothing been out here in 2 or 3 days. So or even at night they hadn't been here, so we're doing our best to be here when they come, though. We are ready. Alright, y'all, we ain't opened the window yet, but we got several coming in behind us. These are some monster does. We may let a window down here in just a minute. Finally got action. That is a monster doe right there. Wow. Comes another one. Boy, I wish we already had a buck. We'd smash one of them because it's doe season up here now. We should be in good shape as early as it is. And they're moving. I thought that one it was a fawn, but that wind still got them spooky. There's another one, dadgum. I didn't know it was 5, Cody. It was more than 5. Alright, we gotta be on our toes here for big buck. My filming ain't too good. I ain't on the tripod. That's alright. I'm on the tripod, but it ain't stuck out. God, monster does. That was white-footed. I ain't seen none of them that's got white feet. He said she was run everything all spooky. Alright, y'all, sorry about my filming if it's a little shaky. I feel like I ain't never seen a deer before, plus I got my camera sitting on the tripod, but I can't spread it out. Because we're so tight in here, we're gonna do the best we can. And I didn't put my remote on anyway. We in the action early. It's go time. Deer didn't stay too long. Maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe. I think they still a little spooky of this wind, but I believe they've been laying down at the bottom of the mountain in the sun somewhere all day. But it's sure a good sign. I gotta keep an eye. Them deer came from right behind us. I gotta keep an eye down there. We may end up having to shoot one before it gets here, but I think we're in good shape. We got a lot of daylight left. Still wish this wind would lay, and it's supposed to. But after 5 sets, we finally saw a deer. down the hill, Cody. See him? Good shot. You rolled him, buddy. Let's go, Spot and Stalk, dude. All right, keep an eye on him. You see him? He's kicking. Just watch him. Oh, watch him.
Moving.
Oh, shoot.
Let me go get him.
I'm coming behind you. Go down there where you go. Knife. You got your knife? Hey, don't run him all the way down the mountain. There's a poke down through here. Cody's running down here. I got to stop and reload in a minute. He's finna go down there. He's pulling his knife out. I'm trying not to fall with this gun. We'll tell you the story when we get him. Oh, shoot. We've been after him, boy. Whew. It ain't over yet. That gun, we way down the mountain, ain't we? Old man gonna fall. Cody running down there like a triathlon or something. Yeah, go. I mean, I ain't going down there. I'm finna shoot fire. I'm going to have to zoom in on y'all. Cody done run all the way down the mountain. And look at that. He is way down. Let me try to get this thing to focus. He's on top of him with a knife, fighting him. All right, let me check on Cody. I may have to go down the mountain. All right, I'm about halfway down the mountain. Cody is in the bottom of the mountain. I'm not sure what it is. I just know it was a buck, and when we was coming down through there, we was looking at these benches riding on the four-wheeler, and there was a big old knob, a high knob where we came by. And I saw him up there. All I saw was horns, and he laid down. I said, Cody, there's a buck. And we backed up, and he peeped his head up. And I said, whatever you want to do. If you want to shoot him, you want to shoot him. We've been here a long time, you know, whatever you want to do. So anyway, we come over that hill there, and he took off, and he hit one of these points and stopped. And I said, Cody, let's just ease up. I said, I'm going to stay behind you. I wasn't worried about camera or nothing. And he took off down this point and stopped behind some thick stuff. I said, Cody, point right down that opening. He's finna walk in there, and you make your mind up if you want to shoot. And he was a lot poke down through there, and he knocked him down. I think I got it on camera. Broke him down, but anyway, that sucker flopped all the way to the bottom. Cody is in the bottom. I don't know. We may have to quarter this joker up and get him out. We're going to have to call for help. This is going to be a Ben special, because he loves this stuff. All right, y'all. Me and Cody been sitting in here. We in the blind looking for a doe. Now we went back and watched that footage. We've been sitting here laughing more at me than anything. I'm filming the ground, trying to get out there and everything. I don't think I'll cut none of it out. It's too funny and too good. But what I'm hoping I can do is get better editing and get the deer on there when he shoots, because I barely had him, but he smoked him and run down the hill after him. I mean, once one gets started going down that mountain, he ain't stopping unless he hits a tree or something. But anyway, I told Cody, I said, that right there is probably better than shooting a 12 points in this shooting house. That was too much fun. You're talking about adrenaline. It's still pretty cold, and we both hot, sweating. Whew. So we got Ben coming over later. He had to mess around, and he was here this morning and had to go to work. So he just called me, need some help, and I said, heck yeah, we got to have some mountain recovery help. So I don't think it's a big buck. I think it's kind of a cool looking 3-point thing, but it don't matter. That was fun. This is our 7th sit, so we was coming to our 7th hunt. But anyway, Cody got me in the big seat. He said he might let me shoot a doe. We probably finna have a 12-point or something walk out, but that's all right. You can't beat that. That was fun. That was fun. I know the footage was shaky, but it is what it is when you running around the mountain, stalking and carrying on, but that was fun. That's the first time Cody ever pulled the trigger on that muzzleloader. But that's 2 for 2 with that muzzleloader. That thing's bad. Cody said it blowed a hole in him. Alright, let's wait on the doe. We're finna eat a snack.
Alright, y'all, so the cavalry has shown up. Me and Cody is on the big Honda, and Maddox is behind us on the four-wheeler. We thinking we could drive all the way around this mountain and come through the bottom on the cattle pasture and almost drive to this deer instead of coming uphill. We might have to drag downhill a little bit better. That sounds a lot better to me. All right, we drove all the way around, slipped up from the bottom, and Cody got over here and found it. I think that was easier. All right, there he is.
It's still full of acres.
Full of acres. All right, I gotta get. All right, Cody's first mountain buck. I'm finna get in there behind him and take a picture. I gotta be here. Might have to quarter him up. Oh, I'm failed already and ain't even dragging. All right, we headed back downhill till we can get to the four-wheeler. If I don't quit falling, Maddox gonna be laughing at my old self, falling everywhere. We made a good call coming all the way around, going down a little bit instead of going up. All right, we got him close enough to the four-wheeler now. I think we can get out of here. That was a lot better than dragging up the mountain. All right, had to do a little winching to come across the ditch. We're gonna get it though. Mountain recovery. Alright, morning everybody. I decided to sleep in just a little bit. Had kind of a late night last night getting Cody's deer out, and we messed around and had to ride all the way to town and get some gas for the generator and come back. But anyway, we're gonna leave today, and Cody decided to sleep in a little bit, and we have got to shoot a few does up here, and we're so far away. This is gonna be my last chance to get back up here, so I'm just sitting on the ground. I may move around just a little bit, and not gonna stay too long, and see if I can get an old doe out of the way. But anyway, the more we looked at Cody's deer, he was a little disappointed at first because it was small and just a 3-point. The more we looked at that thing, that old beam that come out and went out like that, it was growing out of the side of his head, and he had 2 hard knots there, kind of where his, not his pedicle, but where it should have been growing. We thinking this deer's a lot older than we thought. He's not no 1.5-year-old. So we got lucky, and it didn't matter what he was. We wanted Cody to get him a buck, but it turns out it worked out pretty good. Spot and stalk, cull buck, but I told Cody that was better than shooting a 12-point out of that shooting house. I may already said that, but anyway, we was gonna cut his horns off, and old Ben done got the skull mounting them things. I need to show y'all he got my 10-point done from bow season, but anyway, ended up working out pretty good. Big old deer. My battery just went dead in my little camera. I ain't got one with me. I'll get on the big camera. Anyway, I'm gonna turn y'all around and show y'all something. I've messed up on our last 2 Kentucky videos this year. So on both of our Kentucky, this video and the 10-point I killed with my bow, I was talking about first mountain buck,
for me and Cody. And I forget, I killed a big old 10-point last year during rifle season. That was my first mountain buck. And then I brought Cody back up here the last day of, let's see, it was Saturday. It was next to the last day of rifle season last year. And we hunted all day. We drove all night and hunted all day. And he killed a nice 8-point out of that ladder stand right there. So, second Kentucky mountain buck for both of us. I get a little excited and messed up. First one's on video, but second one for both of us. But we've had a heck of a time. We've had to hunt our butt off. We figured out, Ben's boy killed a doe yesterday, and they got to cleaning it. Ben thought all the acorns was gone. It's just like at home. They full of acorns. So instead of sitting them food plots like we did, we should have been hunting acorns, but it is what it is, and it worked out. We had, let's see, not many hunts. The only time we saw deer sitting in the stand was that evening. We saw them 12, and that's a lot of deer on a field up here, a small field. Had we have known what was going to go on, we'd have got one of them big old nannies that evening, but it's going to work out fine. This place here should get better and better. Me and Ben talked a long time last night about, thought I heard one walking, about some things we're going to try to do just to kind of keep improving like we're doing at the house. We got a pretty good opportunity to make this place super nice. I better listen. I think I'm hearing something. Maybe a squirrel. I ain't sure what that crazy joker's doing. That wind might have swirled, but he run way out there and run right back to me. Run over the high point there. Run right back to me. Now he's right out there. He may be jacked up on acorns. I don't know what he's doing. That's gonna be a nice buck one day, though. That was worth getting up for just to see one. I knew I had heard something a while ago. I wish a big old doe would do that now we'd be in business. I better hang tight here for a little while. I knew I had been hearing something around here all morning. That's them old wild cows. Crazy. Never hardly see cows deer hunting. They ain't hurt nothing. I tell you what, in the springtime when they walking around these mountains, pooping everywhere, they bring them turkeys in there. Them turkeys be scratching in every pile. Alright, y'all, I just been slipping around. I did find some good signs just then around where them cows were, but I'm finna go. I had to climb way back up, out of breath. I'm fixing to go get Cody rounded up. We're finna load up and get out of here. That's gonna end our late season muzzle loader Kentucky hunt. We had a ball, boy. The camper did good. Heck of a hunt with Cody with that
cull buck or whatever you want to call him, just a buck. We had a big time. We don't get off. It's been a long time, years since me and him got off hunting together. Last time he was tiny and we was turkey hunting. But anyway, I hope y'all liked it and appreciate y'all watching.